Good morning. Good morning, everyone. Are you seated comfortably? Then we'll begin. Welcome, everybody. Welcome, everybody who's here, and welcome to everybody who's joining online. Welcome to Unity of Calgary. My name is Anthony, and the band and I are going to do a song to welcome you and help you kind of get settled and let go of whatever you might have brought with you and get centered. And then after that, we'll sing a couple of songs together. You want to start with me, eh? Let's do it together. 1, 2, 3. You are welcome here, just the way you are. You are wanted here, so open up your heart and lay all your fears and all your doubts aside, and let go of all the hurt you hold inside. For you are welcome here, just the way you are. You are wanted here, so open up your heart and receive the love of all who've gathered round. This on? Receive of this gift of love right now. And you are welcome here, just the way you are. You are wanted here, so open up your heart. Well, who'd have known that who you are is enough? And who'd have known that you could be so loved? Well, we knew, and now you know. Yes, we knew, and now you know. You are welcome here, just the way you are. You are wanted here, so open up your heart. You are welcome here, just the way you are. You are wanted here, so open up your heart. You are welcome here, just the way you are. You are wanted here, so open up your heart. Let's open up our hearts. Let's open up our hearts. So usually I would say everybody stand up and we'll sing together, but we got a couple of sit-down songs today, so you can relax. How could anyone ever tell you you were anything less than beautiful? How could anyone ever tell you you were less than whole? How How could anyone fail to notice that your loving is a miracle? How deeply you're connected to my soul. How could anyone ever tell you you were anything less than beautiful? How could anyone ever tell you you were less than whole? How could anyone fail to notice that your loving is a miracle? Oh, how deeply you're connected to my soul. How could anyone ever tell you you were anything less than beautiful? How could anyone ever tell you you were less than whole? How could anyone fail to notice that your loving is a miracle? Oh, how deeply you're connected to my soul. How could anyone ever tell you you were anything less than beautiful? How could anyone ever tell you you were less than whole? How could anyone fail to notice that your loving is a miracle? Oh, how deeply you're connected to my soul. How could anyone ever tell you you were anything less than beautiful? How could anyone ever tell you you were less than whole? How could anyone fail to notice that your loving is a miracle? Oh, how deeply you're connected to my soul. Open my heart, open my heart, open my heart to love. We are living in a love vibration. We are living in a love vibration. We are living in a love vibration. We're letting go of all we know. We're letting go of all we know. We're letting go of all we know. We're letting go. Open my heart, open my heart, open my heart. are living in a love vibration. We are living in a love vibration. We are living in a love vibration. And we're letting go of all we know. We're letting go of all we know. We're letting go of all we know. We're letting go. Letting go. We are living in a love vibration. We are living in a love vibration. We are living in a love vibration. We're letting go of all we know. We're letting go of all we know. We're letting go of all we know. We are living in a love vibration. We are living in a love vibration. We are living in a love vibration. And we're letting go of all we know. We're letting go of all we know. We're letting go of all we know. We're letting go. 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 We're letting go.
Hold the clapping. Hold the clapping. Let's just stay in the peace for a moment. Let's truly let go and just be here now with an open heart. That's why I come here every Sunday. Isn't that why you come here? To open your heart, to feel connected, to touch another, not just with our words, but with our presence. My name is Bob Elwood, and I'm part of the spiritual leadership team here at Unity of Calgary, and today I'm your Sunday experience guide. So I want to thank you all for being here. And if you're here for the first time, welcome. Just know that wherever you are on your spiritual path, you're always welcome here at Unity of Calgary. We are a faith-based community. We are open to all faiths, all paths to God. And we believe here at Unity that each and every one of us has their own path to walk to the divine, to the higher self, to the truth of who you each truly are. And they're all good paths. So let's now affirm our prayer for protection. I've affirmed this every morning, and it just reminds me that God is present. So please affirm out loud with me if you feel so called. The light of God surrounds me. The love of God enfolds me. The power of God protects me. The presence of God watches over me. Wherever I am, God is, and all is well. It's true. It really is true. And for 2 years now, this is our third year already, holy cow, we've had this new intention, commitment really, and I love it. And I say this every day too, to remind myself I am committed to living in the love vibration. So if that speaks to you, please affirm it out loud with me. Unity of Calgary is committed to life in the vibration of love, and I too am committed to living in the love vibration. Feel those words inside you. Embody them. And the way to live in the love vibration is to open our hearts. And we're going to do that now intentionally, using our voice. We're going to tone the sound of awe 5 times with a very clear intention. The sound of awe is the sound of the heart. And we're going to bring our awareness to the heart, and we're going to consciously choose to open our heart to love, to that love vibration. First, we own it for ourselves, because without self-love, you will never love another. So first, love yourself. So as those first few ahs, let that feeling of love, that sound, that vibration vibrate in your heart. Put your attention on your heart and let it expand until it fills your whole body. And then over the next few, allow it to go out into the room, into our broader community, for those people online, for the city of Calgary, and for that final sound of awe. Let's send it out into the world. Imagine those vibrations going all the way around the world and coming back to you. Are we ready? All right, deep breath in. Fill your heart. Feel the love bubbling out. Going out further and further. One more. Just sit in it for a while. Consciously be open to receive the vibrations of love from the others in this room. Catch the vibration, the waves of love that have gone all the way down around the planet and now are planted, coming right back to you. The cycle of life. And know that by doing that, you do make a difference. Just holding that vibration, just sitting with an open heart makes a difference. You can do it in the car when someone cuts you off. You can do it at lunch. You can do it at supper. You can do it first thing in the morning before you even get out of bed. And you can make a difference. You do make a difference. Now you can come back. If you've gone out into the multiverse, please come back into the room. And we'll listen to our Daily Word. Daily Word is a publication by Unity of Worldwide Ministries that has been in publication for last year was its 100th anniversary. So let's please welcome Pearl Graham as she reads today's Daily Word.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning. I was going to say, good morning, all you beautiful people. But I thought it might sound ridiculous. But So, I greet others with a friendly and open heart. The Bible contains many stories that encourage hospitality towards strangers. For instance, Jesus welcomed everyone to his ministry, from the hungry and the sick to the strangers and the social outcasts. He loved unconditionally. The same loving energy is within me when I greet others with a friendly smile. And I not only am sharing one of the great lessons of Jesus, I'm expanding my world and giving myself the chance to learn and grow. If I feel hesitant meeting new people, I remember how I felt to be welcomed by friendly people when I was new to a school, job, church, or town. I was grateful for those people who extended themselves in friendship to me. These memories inspire me to be friendly now. For I was hungry and you gave me food. I was thirsty and you gave me something to drink. I was a stranger and you welcomed me. Matthew 25:35.
Thank you, Pearl. And we have a daily word sign-up sheet at the welcome table. I encourage you to sign up, especially if it freaks you out a little bit. You can stretch and grow, and you've got the words. All you have to do is read them, and it can. I joined Toastmasters many, many years ago because I was terrified of being in front of people, and it changed my life just by getting up and in front of people and speaking. And I fumbled and bumbled my way through it many, many times before I started to feel comfortable. But it literally changed my life. And so now I can stand up here in front of all of you and not get too freaked out.
And tell jokes.
What's that?
And tell jokes.
All right, now let's have some more beautiful music from Anthony Burbage and the Unity Band.
So you guys know, like, I have a music school, right? So next weekend we're having 4 concerts that are just for the singers. The Singer Showcase weekend. So I'm doing last-minute check-ins with the singers to make sure that they're on track and so on, right? So yesterday I spent the whole day doing one session after another with these young girls, right? Like aged maybe 8 to 15. And I was noticing that some of them, they're very nervous, right? Some of them are divas, they've done it before, right? But some of them, like, this is a big step for them to get up in front of people alone and do this, right? So they come and in the room with me, give them the microphone and everything. I let them run through the song, and I'm like, she's singing out of tune, and she's like all tense, and she's not breathing properly, and so on. And yesterday, for the first time, in the middle of it, I was helping this one girl in the middle of it. I was like, I did something I'd never done before. I said, imagine when you were a baby. And she's standing there like, so, and before you knew your name, before you had language or anything, you're just laying in the crib and there's a mobile and you're like, right? You look at your hand, you don't even know what it is, we just, right? And I'm like, who was that? And you can see like this, this 13-year-old girl kind of going, what are you talking about, right? And then she thinks about it. And I said, like, that's who's doing the singing, right? Like you're in your head, you're not in your body, you're not present. That's why you're singing out of tune, that's why you're not breathing properly and so on. And I said, so like who's that? Who is that? Not the you, right? And so I said, okay, so just take that and get in your body, let's do it again. And then in tune and singing beautifully and so on, because then she was present in her body. So that's kind of what the song is about, is seeing past the body in me and you. So. Thoughts come and go. Oh, wait a second, I'm in the wrong key, I think. That's why that sounds so weird to me. I'm like, why does this sound so strange to me? I was so in my body, I forgot to do the human things. Oh, mobile. There we go. Thoughts come and go by like clouds in the sky, and I can see that I was made to see what lies beyond your eyes. This still doesn't sound like the right key. Is this the right key? Can you play me your first note, Ray? Play me your note. Play your note. 1 second. 1 second. 2, 3, 4. Play your first chord. So I don't have perfect pitch, but I know this woman in Edmonton who has perfect pitch, and I was singing at the church there one time, and I got up and I did my thing, and then I sat down, and after that the minister got up to do the meditation, and the lady, the music director, got up, and she's playing softly underneath, and she has perfect pitch, so when she sees a C, if it doesn't sound like a C, it's like Chinese to her, right? She's like, "Wow, I don't understand," right? So she's starting to play, and it's beautiful and so on, and the minister's like, "Okay, now breathing deeply," and so on, right? And she plays, and her brain's starting to become confused, and it starts to go. It just gets more and more bizarre and creepy, and I'm sitting there in the front row trying to like meditate, and the minister's like, so cool, he's just going with it, right? And as a musician, I'm going like, what the hell's going on up there, right? And I open my eye, and I realize she's in total shock and confusion because like it sounds like Chinese to her because she has perfect pitch, right? And anyway, eventually her husband snuck up. She's like basically in a panic attack, right? He like turns off the piano, turns it back on, and then it's back in the key. In the regular key, she starts playing again. It's perfect, right? So I do not have perfect pitch, but both times I'm playing it, I'm going, this does not sound right. This is okay, we're going to really do it now. That sounds good. Thoughts come and go by like clouds in the sky, and I can see that I was made to see what lies beyond your eyes. There's a piece of you inside of me that's showing who we both could be. If I can see the beauty in you, and you can see the beauty in me, and you'd see the true you in you, and I would see the real me in me, and for both of us there'd be nothing left to say. Words thrust like spears through my side, and I don't know why, but I can see that I was never seen as a person in your eyes. There's a piece of me inside of you that's showing what is really true. If you can see the beauty in me, and I can see the beauty in you, and I will see the true you in you. You'll get to see the true you in me, and for both of us there'll be nothing left to say. Can see the beauty flows through you. You can see the beauty flows through me. I can see the beauty flows through you, and you can see the beauty flows through me. You can see the beauty flows through you, and you can see the the beauty flows through me. I can see the beauty flows through you, and you can see the beauty flows through me. You can see the beauty flows through you, and I can see the beauty flows through me. I can see the beauty flows through me, and you can see the beauty flows through you, and everything. And now I see the beauty in you, and now you see the beauty in me. Oh, we see the true you in you, and now we see the real me in you. Oh, we see the beauty in you, and now you see the beauty in me. Oh, we see the true you in you, and now we see the real me in me. And for both of us there'll be nothing left to say. And for both of us there'll be nothing left to say. We made it through.
And I see the beauty in you, each and every one of you. And I also see the beauty in our speaker today. I have the privilege of working with her every week because she is part of the spiritual leadership team here at Unity of Calgary, and so am I. So we have a Monday meeting every week, and it's quite the match. Tina's a very details-oriented person. You know, she knows how to get things done. She knows how to organize, and I'm the dreamer. I'm the visionary, right? I must frustrate her like crazy sometimes. But I think we make a pretty good pair that way. I keep her calm and present, and she keeps me thinking, and what about this, and what about that? Oh, yeah, right. I never thought of that. Tina is a cherished member of our spiritual leadership team, is a radiant messenger of the Shin Dao, the way of the heart, known for her beautiful energy, joyful spirit, and loving heart. And if any of you know her, you know that that's true. Whose medicine name is Woman That Dances with Light. She has spent more than 2 decades uplifting lives through transformative workshops, retreats, Nia classes, Gallia movement journeys, and Shin Dao healing sessions. A gifted, intuitive, certified sound wellness practitioner and divinely guided transceiver, she compassionately channels energy, insight, and information to help people expand their well-being, awaken their hearts, and elevate their quality of life. Her talk today, Bringing Hope to Life. Bringing Hope to Life, Tina Thrussell.
Thank you so much, Bob. That was such a kind introduction. So weird to sit there and hear all these wonderful things being said about you. It's like, ooh, can I live up to that? Yay. And I had that same feeling when we were determining our speakers for this month. We have to do this a couple of months ahead of time. And we had one weekend open in April. And I said, well, I haven't spoken for a while. And Bob said, great, we'll slot you in. And I'm like, okay. And then I looked at the topic. Oh no. I can't talk about enlivening hope. What do I know about hope? Like, honest to goodness, nope, I can't do this. All of this is going through my head, and I'm like, on second thought is what I said out loud. And Bob is like, well, does it call to you? Oh gosh, no. No way this calls to me. Well, then you don't have to do it. And I'm like, oh, but I'm feeling huge resistance. So I know I have to do this. There is something for me to learn in preparing for this, and everybody who's been up here is nodding their head. It's exactly what happens. Okay, so I agree to do this. And then I think, where did the resistance come from? And I go back like more than 20 years. Neil and I went to a personal growth intensive weekend, and the facilitator was phenomenally charismatic, just like amazing at the front of the room. And I'm like, oh, I want to be him. I want to be just like that, you know? So we do the whole weekend, and at the end, you had the opportunity to go up and talk to him one on one. I had a really different opinion of him from that point on. Because while he was really dynamic at the front of the room, as I went up and I'm talking to him and I'm sharing, you know, oh, I hope I can be great like you one day, and I hope to take all of this information out into the world, and I hope to do this and I hope to do that. He never looked at me once. He had this little Post-it notepad in his hand, and he took out his felt pen and he wrote a word on it, and he peeled it off and he handed it to me and said, take this word out of your vocabulary and maybe you'll get somewhere. And then he turned to that next person. And I looked at the word, and the word was hope. I was stunned. I was confused. What do you mean take hope out of my vocabulary? Like, well, but I really admired this man, and I thought he knows what he's talking about. Look at how great he is and the difference he's making in the world. Okay, I'll take hope out of my vocabulary. No more hoping. Now, Charles Fillmore describes hope as a perceiving power of the mind that anticipates future good. Hope works with imagination to shape the invisible substance of mind into reality. That facilitator didn't see it that way. He wasn't the least bit spiritual, in my judgment. He saw hope as a verb, the action of wishful thinking that leads to absolutely nowhere. As long as you're hoping, you're wishing, you have no knowing and no clarity, what we would call faith, and then you can't take action. So he was saying that just wishing for things isn't going to get you anywhere. You have to know what you're going to do and take action. But I didn't get that part of it at all. It was a classic example of glib advice being offered too quickly, without any definition or explanation. His perspective of hope was far too limited, and it limited my life for a long time. Hope as a noun, I think now, is something you hold. Hope is something you hold in your heart. It's a feeling. It's a feeling of expectation that there can be good in life. Hope is the thing that gives you the impetus to take action. As I was thinking about this talk just this week, I was in the shower and I thought, well, what is hope exactly? The words hope and faith keep coming together. What's hope? And the words came, hope is the willingness to have faith. I thought, ooh, that sounds pretty profound. Wonder if anybody's ever thought of that along those lines. So off I tootled to the internet. I found this that really supported from H. Jackson Brown Jr. Hope is not a resting place, but a starting point. A cactus, not a cushion. Hope isn't the place where you sit. You sit down and it gets you going, right? Propels you into faith. Hope is really that critical first step. And I'm going to grab this book from Advent this Christmas. Lent on the mind because we just did Easter. And Wednesday, December 3rd, did this comparison. Hope and faith are greatly intertwined. Both are internal forces or energies that fill us and keep us moving forward. Spiritually, we can consider hope as the expectation of accomplishing a divine promise in the future. Expectation may fill us with joy and peace. And it's true. Because without hope, Thich Nhat Hanh once said, hope is important because it can make the present moment less difficult to bear. If we believe that tomorrow will be better, we can bear a hardship today. Without hope, there is no faith. Without hope and faith, there is only despair. And I know this from personal experience. I had 3 distinctively traumatic periods of my life since that day I was told to take hope out of my vocabulary. And the last trauma was just at the beginning of 2025. Some of you know this, some of you don't. I was at a point where I was my most vulnerable. In 2024, I was coming to this place of feeling like I was owning life, and I was gonna like conquer this scarcity thinking, and I'm moving into abundance and prosperity. And I'm thinking about Abraham Hicks and how he said, there is a world of resources. It's all being held in escrow. You just have to be willing to receive it. And in January, I had this spiritual partner, we were connecting, and I shared with Chris, you know, today I'd like to do a dyad on surrendering to God. He's like, whoa, that's kind of big. And I'm like, yeah, I intend to fully surrender to God by the end of this year. And he started laughing hysterically. And I was like, what? He's like, you have no idea what you are saying. You have no idea. Well, okay, so maybe it'll be a little harder than I imagine in this moment, but I'm going to surrender to God. And he just laughed again and he said, are you really certain? Because there's no going back once you head down this path, you know. I really don't think you know what you're getting into. And I said, well, maybe I don't, but yeah, I'm going to go for it, you know. Wow. So it wasn't more than 3 weeks later that the universe gave me the opportunity to fully surrender, and I failed miserably. So everybody has experienced those crank phone calls. Hey, all you have to do is phone this number and this will happen. I was very aware of those things. But I had a news item come up in my feed. There was a CBC News article. This reporter was interviewing this politician. She said, you know, as a politician, you live a pretty posh lifestyle. Like, you're not doing that on a politician's salary. What are you doing on the side? I says, well, so glad you asked. There's this new AI-guided investing platform. So we use the AI intelligence to be able to predict, you know, does the speculating for us, so much more accurate than humans. Like, I don't know about that. Is this even like, so I did some research, right? Is this really a CBC reporter? Yes. Is this really a politician? Yes. Phone the phone number that they gave in the interview, and yes, they're claiming all this stuff. And I had questions, and every question was answered. They said, if you're interested, you just have to put down $100. And I'm like, oh, well, okay, that's really not that much. I guess maybe I could do that. And okay, and here's a secret code. So the representative who's going to be your mentor, your teacher, to teach you how to use this for the next few months, and he's got to be able to give you that code and you'll know it's for real. So I sit on this overnight and I'm thinking, well, what have I got to lose? $100? Okay, well, sure, okay. So I invest the $100, the guy calls me. The next weeks were amazing, building the rapport, teaching me about the different kinds of stocks and all this stuff. I was learning so much, so brilliant in the rapport and the trust that was being built. And then the pressure started happening. You know, there's some really important stuff that's coming up, and AI is telling us we need to jump in on this. If we want to make the most of this investment, we want to put this money here and this money here, and you know, you want to put that much more in. And I'm having questions, but every question I have is being addressed. And all I keep having at the back of my mind, it's my escrow. This is going to pay off my debt. I get to surprise Neil and we're going to go on a great vacation. And I end up investing and I'm like, it's starting to get iffy. So I try pulling money out. No problem. Okay, good. So get sucked in further and further. And you know how this story ends, right? It's a terrible scam. By the time it was all done, I will never forget the day. It makes me shake to think about it. The day that I called the crypto company to say, what is going on? I haven't been able to get the money out. There's these delays, and I have to keep investing more to try to speed it up in the process and put it higher up in the list. And the guy looked it up and he said, well, I'm really sorry to tell you that the program that they are having you invest in is very real, but the token on the website is not. Your money is gone. There's no way for us to track it. You will never get it back. And I hung up the phone and I stood there and my whole body started to vibrate and I screamed, no, this can't be happening. And I dropped to my knees and I bawled and screamed. And Neil came running upstairs like, what's going on? And I'm like, it's gone, it's all gone. I've lost all our money. I mean, I borrowed on our line of credit. I borrowed from my mom. It was all gone. And what was all gone was my hope, my faith, my trust in myself, because there had been little nudges along the way. And I'd wondered, my intuition is saying, oh, that's kind of iffy. But every time I questioned, there was always an answer. They are such expert manipulators. Oh my gosh, they are trained to do this for years. And I got so taken in and I got so devastated. That moment of reality when this is real, and I screamed, no! I felt like every nerve ending in my body snapped. Like everything was gone. My nervous system completely fried. 2025 was probably the hardest year of my life. I don't know how, but somehow I managed. Yeah, I do know how. I'll come back to that. It led to, if you've never been there, you can't even begin to understand what happens with a nervous system breakdown. It's like you stop sleeping, you stop eating, and when you stop sleeping and eating, you stop functioning. Nothing. I mean, all the positive words in the world make no difference. All the think your way out of this, all the positive thinking crap is just crap. When your system is in constant fight or flight, trying to protect you, everything is a threat. Everything around you is a threat. It's a scary, horrible place to be. And nobody knows that better than my husband. I had to live through it all. Thank you for standing behind me. And thank you to Bob and the leadership team. Wow. Where there is no hope and no faith, there is despair. And there was despair in my life for most of 2025. Obviously, I'm in a different place today. So how did I get here? How did I find hope? The truth is, I didn't. I didn't find hope. Hope was delivered to me. Hope was delivered in little packages, just like the delivery man that keeps coming and bringing those Amazon packages to the door. God kept sending those little packages. There were so many gifts from the source of all, spirit, higher power, creator, God, whatever name you give. The doctor who really listened to me week after week. The meds that helped me finally start to sleep. The meds that helped to shift the anxiety. The RN, the registered nurse who took over listening when my GP couldn't do it anymore. The free counseling service that she found for me. And my prayers answered. Please, I just don't want some goofy counselor who's going to tell me those stupid things like think positively and make a list of what you need to. I need somebody who's spiritual. And God gave me Rumi. Oh, he's such a blessing, such a blessing. There was my husband. There was the leadership team. There was this community. There was the music from this band. If you guys only knew how many times I couldn't feel my heart at all for the entire week. And the only time I felt it open was when you guys played your music. And I could feel my heart open just a crack. The hugs every week, sometimes they were hard to bear because I couldn't even feel them. But eventually, the biggest key was calming my nervous system, learning to regulate that nervous system, the deep breathing, the turning down the stress dial, the prayers, the meditation, all of it. All of it eventually came to the place of being able to see those first two principles in unity. God is everything and everywhere. And I am what God is. But it was a long year before I got there. Let me tell you. Another big cracking point was when Janice and her daughter Kara came here and they spoke in December. And do you remember when she talked about how she was laying in bed feeling so ashamed because she had lost faith? She had lost faith. God, where are you? I'm dying here. What's happening? And she heard the voice of God say, it doesn't matter how many times you lose faith. What matters is that you come back to faith, that you come back to me. And in that moment, I felt like I was forgiven for not having faith and that I could have faith again too. And this week, I had the biggest gift of all as I was thinking about all of this. And I thought, okay, these big things happen in our lives. At the time, it feels like they're happening to you. Like, God, how could you let this happen to me? I was just trusting you. I was just getting into abundance and prosperity. And then you ripped it all away. When you get past that nervous system breakdown, you go, oh, this did happen for me, not to me. I saw all the little steps along the way, and I was brought to mind that poem, Footprints in the Sand. Have you ever heard that? So God, I imagined I could see myself walking along the beach, and there were two sets of footprints. And then at the times in my life when I was at the lowest, there was only one set of footprints. And then there were two again, and then I hit another low point, and there was only one set of footprints. God, how could you abandon me in those times? Oh, my child, I never left your side. I carried you through those times. Those are my footprints. And I saw that. But most importantly, I felt that. I felt, oh my gosh, through all of that misery, for all of that lack of faith and hope, God loved me. God never stopped loving me. God kept giving me those little gifts, and it was up to me to open my heart enough to see them, to feel them, to accept them. And that feeling that I had this week is just as palpable as that feeling when my system broke down when I realized that the scam was real. That moment when I realized God's love is real, it's always here. I will never, ever, ever walk in the sand alone. Life has changed. Life has changed. May you know that you never, ever walk alone in the sand. Let's take a meditation, some time to be grateful for that love, for that support that we have.
We're not going to do this one. We're going to do I Surrender. Oh. Most of you know this one. If you don't, it's I surrender, I trust and I know that as I surrender, I fall into the arms of love. And I know that as I surrender, I fall into the arms of love. I trust, and I know that as I surrender, I fall into the arms of love.
I fall into the arms of love. I surrender. And I'm smart enough to know there is no timeline on that surrender. Surrendering is a lifelong process of being willing to have hope, being willing to have faith, being willing to keep the heart open to love, being willing to dare to believe that the divine love energy that is everything and everywhere is always there for me. And as I speak I and me, I speak for every one of us in this room, online and beyond. We can live in our heart and listen to the stories that carry on in our mind, or we can listen to the beat of our heart and the divine love that flows through us, to us, and emanates from us in every moment. I know that I am a blessed child of God. The fact that I'm here is proof enough. I was created from that love that is the divine love energy of everything. And therefore, I have a reason to be here. That reason is to share that love. Purpose and passion can be disguised in many ways, but ultimately, I am here to be and emanate that love. And I feel deep gratitude for the remembrance of that. For the remembrance of every little gift I've ever been given along the way that keeps me coming back to hope and faith, that keeps me open to love. I feel it now in this moment as a palpable energy, just as I felt it when I toned and emanated that love into the world. I feel it coming back, being received through my very skin into my heart. I feel grateful for this remembrance. I feel grateful for this knowing. I feel grateful for being reminded when I think I'm walking alone, I never, ever am. I give thanks and I surrender. Surrender. I trust and I know that as I surrender,
I fall into the arms of love. I
And now some more music from Anthony and the Unity Band.
Well, have you ever felt as if your life was overwhelmed by all the pressures that surround you, all the struggles that have found you? Well, now don't you hide your light. Bring it forth and let it shine. You will be the change. You will be the change. You will be the change that you want to see, and the world will change. You be the change. You be the change that you want to see in the world. Have you ever thought that you are powerless and flawed? Have you questioned who am I? What can I do with one small life? Well, don't you hide your light. Bring it forth and let it shine. And you will be the change. You will be the change. You will be the change that you want to see, and the world will change. You be the change. You be the change that you want to see in this world. Gather around this song, my friends. Sing it loud and raise your hands. And as we sing, we'll start to shine. We'll become a nation made of light. We will be the change. We will be the change. We will be the change that we want to see, and the world will change when we be the change. When we be the change that we want to see. Oh, we'll be the change. We will be the change. We will be the change that we want to see, and the world will change when we be the change. When we be the change that we want to see. And we'll be the change. We will be the change. We will be the change that we want to see, and the world will change when we be the change. When we be the change that we want to see in this world. Oh, 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 in this world. Oh, 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 be the change.
Whew.
That song's 20 years old this year.
Oh, all right.
Crazy, eh?
20 years old. Another Anthony original. We are so blessed. And we're so blessed to have Tina come up and give her talk today. Did you feel that? Woo! From the heart. My heart was just woo, wide open listening to her speak. Who's been in that place? Every single one of us. That's life. And it happens for a reason. It's happening for us, just as Tina said. It's an opportunity for us to discover who we really are underneath. And that what's out there in the world is not what we need. It's what's inside that's most important. And that's love. Self-love. The ability to receive love. The ability to give love. That's what's important. Oh, this has been an awesome heart-opening or heart-open Sunday experience. Is it not? Wow. It's what keeps me coming back every week. And now, it's time to open not just our hearts, but our pocketbooks. Yay! Woo! Because we do need money to pay for the rent, to pay for the band, to pay for our sound man and social media guy. We're so blessed to have all of these, the beautiful music and what Noah's doing online. I don't know if any of you go online and watch, and it's quite a leg up from where we where we came from in the past. So thank you so much, Anthony and the band and Noah. You do make a difference. Yes, you certainly can.
I just want to say, because last week that Cecil came up and shared a unity moment, and at the very last minute, just as he's heading out the door, I'm saying to Noah, we don't know how many of these unity moments we're going to have. So do you think you could pull that out of the talk and create a unity moment? And I saw it show up. So thank you for just doing it at the snap of a request.
All right, just know that all that you give, your times, your talents, and your treasures are what keep these doors open, what keeps us able to sit in this space with our open hearts. So let's please all stand now and we'll sing Give with an Open Heart.
I'm gonna give with an open heart. I'm gonna give with an open heart. I'm grateful for this moment. I am grateful for my life. And I trust that a higher power will always be there to provide. And that's why I give with an open heart. That's why I give with an open heart. Well, I place my faith in the Spirit, and I welcome each and every day. When I let go of all my troubles and worries, a new abundance always comes my way. And that's why I give with an open heart. That's why I give with an open heart. I'm gonna give with an open heart. Oh, I'm gonna give with an open heart.
I invite you to affirm together our abundance affirmation. Divine love as me blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. Thank you all.
Now let's just take a quiet moment to go within. A moment of prayer. An opportunity to bring to mind anybody, anything, any situation that you think could use a little more love, a little more light, a little more order, a little more peace. We have a prayer box at the back. If you like, you can write a name down on the prayer request and put it in the box. And those prayers will be held here at Unity with the prayer team, and then they will be sent to Unity Village, to Silent Unity, where they will be held for 30 days. Or you can also submit your prayers to prayer@unityofcalgary.org. Or if you need a prayer, you can call the Silent Unity Prayer Hotline anytime, 1-800-NOW-PRAY. We also hold in prayer each month different unities in Canada. And this month we are holding Unity of London and Unity of New Westminster in prayer. Just a special note, a Unity Facebook page, if you go on the Unity Facebook page, there is a daily prayer at 10 a.m. each morning. No, that's the worldwide one, yeah. We're just so grateful for their speakers, for our band, for everything, and for all of you. Thank you so much for all that you give. You do make a difference. And now we have a blessing for the children in your lives, the children of the world, and very, very important, your own inner child. Let's affirm out loud. We love you, we bless you, and we appreciate you exactly the way you are. And now we get a little more music. Woohoo!
I gotta get it while I can. Okay, let's all stand up and do I Choose Love. I didn't write this one, but a very nice fellow wrote this song. Here we go, ready? I can see laughter or I can see tears. I see a choice, love or fear. What do you choose? I can see peace or I can see war. I can see sunshine or I can see a storm. What do you choose? Now I choose to love with freedom flying from my heart where the light keeps shining. I choose to feel the whole world crying with the strength that we can rise above. I choose love. I choose love. I can see sharing or I can see greed. I can see caring or poverty. What do you choose? I can see gardens or I can see balls. I can see life or death coming on strong. What do you choose? Now I choose to love with freedom flying from my heart where the light keeps shining. I choose to feel the whole world crying for the strength that we can rise above. I choose love. I choose love. I see us healing, the darkness dying. I see us dawning as one world united. So what do you choose? Love or fear? Oh, we choose. I choose to love with freedom flying from my heart where the light keeps shining. I choose to feel the whole world crying. I choose to feel the one voice rising. And I choose to feel us all uniting in the faith that we can rise above.
Wasn't that fun? Woo! I could feel the energy in the room. Whoa. I can see you're choosing love. I can feel you're choosing love. Woo-hoo. Now, some quick announcements. Very important one. Right after this Sunday experience, right here in this room, we're going to have our annual AGM. So please attend. The more voices, the better. You'll find out what's been going on, what's maybe coming up, and we get to hear what you want. Your voice matters, so please show up. This Wednesday evening, downstairs in the Unity Room, we have Alara Payton, Practical Centering Practices. The cost is $25, goes from 7 to 9. Who was here for Patty's workshop? Woohoo! Last Wednesday. Yes, it was wonderful. She talked about Reiki and healing with Reiki, but she also shared her story. She has an amazing story to tell. And she said she does want to tell it one day, but just not right now. Yes, she is an inspiration. And I know when she does tell her story, she will inspire you as well. On the 26th, we have Shirley Hill doing native hoop dancing and storytelling. I'm looking forward to that. Shirley is another one that really speaks from the heart. She teaches in native schools, teaches the history of the native nations, and teaches hoop dancing. And she just loves those kids, and those kids love her. So I'm really looking forward to hearing what she has to say next week. And that is the interactive one. That's right. That's Sunday morning at 10:30. Yeah. Is Alara Payton, that's Wednesday, and April 26th, that's next Sunday, is Shirley doing the 45-minute active. At the last Sunday of each month, we do a 45-minute interactive, rather than a 20-minute. Rather than having a 20-minute speaker. This month it's Shirley Hill with hoop dancing and native storytelling, and next month it's Jessica Arnott and her crystal balls. So, all right, and starting in May, the May Mondays, we're going to be exploring. We've got these mandalas, coloring pages, and we're going to study 3 of the 12 powers each Monday evening downstairs, 7 o'clock. It's going to be a love offering, and we're going to paint mandalas, so bring your inner child, and we're going to discuss the 3 powers. We'll do 3 the first week, 3 the next week, 3 the following week, and then the final 3 at the last week. So it'll be interactive. We'll share our own views about what we think the powers are and what they mean. So hopefully we'll get lots of people and we'll have some fun at the same time. And again, remember, you can sign up for the Daily Word at the welcome table whenever you want. We'd love to have that sign-up sheet filled. And now we have one more, not an announcement, an acknowledgement. I'm going to ask Ross McWhirter to please come up to the front. Come on up, Ross. Ross has been our communications guy for years. He did the newsletter, he did the monthly document, he did the script, he does the PowerPoint, he did so much for many years. And I owe you an apology, Ross, because for about 1.5 years now he's been saying, I think it's too much, I need to get out. It's getting to be too much. And I just took it in stride. Okay, fine, we'll find it someday. And then I just started doing one small thing, getting the script ready for Sunday. And I thought, oh my God, that's just one little thing. And he's been doing this and everything else at the same time for all these years. And I just did not realize how much time and love that you put into all that you've done. And so we want to acknowledge that, Ross. We've got Was this you, Pearl, that did this? Pearl made a drawing of Ross. So we want to give you that. We want to give you a card, Tina. Please add your name to the card. And inside there's a $100 gift certificate so you can take Dawn out for dinner sometime. And Ross, just thank you so much for all you've done. Let's please give him a warm hand. Woo, woo, woo. All right. He still hasn't come up to read the Daily Word either, so he's done enough. That's right. He's one of those people that likes to work behind the scenes, and that's perfect. Some like to be up front, some like to be behind the scenes, making things happen, and they're all needed. And it's what makes this community so great. So now let's please all stand up, form a semicircle around the back of the sides of the room, and we'll sing our closing song. And don't forget, there's snacks there and coffee afterwards. We can have some talking, and then there's the AGM. Our AGM is going to be at 12:15, 20 minutes. So time for a coffee and a snack, maybe go to the bathroom, and then we'll have our AGM. It'll be no more than an hour.